Everyone, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't planning on seeing this. I didn't think the movie looked bad or anything, but it did look like a typical survival film, and outside of Spider-Man and Multiverse of Madness, I'm not too familiar with Sam Raimi's filmography. I am familiar with the writer's last film, which you could probably imagine I'm not a fan of, so that didn't help this movie's case. And so I was gonna pass this one, I was just not gonna bother, but lo and behold, I inevitably decided to give it a chance. The reason, two things. One, well, I've only seen one movie this month. I gotta do something else in January. And two, the reviews and reception the movie got were way better and stronger than I thought. Similar to what happened with Marty Supreme last year, everyone I knew saw the film and just kept hyping it up, and that inevitably just convinced me to go check it out. And well, did the movie live up to the hype? Absolutely. I really, really liked this movie. What really surprised me the most about this movie was the writing. They were actually able to craft a really solid, strong script here. Again, I wasn't a fan of the writer's last movie, so again, going into this, I was a bit skeptical, but I was pretty impressed with how they were able to craft such a unique, interesting, intense, pretty suspenseful story that never felt tiresome or repetitive, and you can really see the effort taking full effect. They have gone on record saying how this was a project that they've been very passionate about. It took them 6 years to get it off the ground, and they were really able to craft a story here that was really engaging and exciting. The movie is always able to keep you on your toes, keep you guessing on what's going to happen. There are reveals and twists. Some are pretty obvious for some viewers, but a lot of them actually caught me by surprise, caught me off guard a bit. It's not the most revealing twists in the world, but, it was able to keep me guessing, and it never had me placing down where the movie was going. And I really like the moral complexities the writers and the story places the characters in. You really don't know who to root for. One hand you're on Rachel McAdams' side, but then the next you're on Dylan O'Brien's, and you just really can't get a grasp on who you're really supposed to root for, who's really supposed to be like the good guy here. And because the characters are so interesting and fascinating to follow, you never get bored or tired of seeing them, which is really impressive considering the movie is centered on just these two characters on the island. You get to learn a bit more about them. They play off of each other very well, and the writers do a good job of making them interesting and complex, and especially the performances by the two leads also really make these characters enjoyable and fun to watch. I know Rachel McAdams got her Oscar nom for Spotlight, but this also deserves a nom for her. We've all known that she is spectacular, but she really does shine here. She's funny, she's quirky, she's downright odd and even evil and menacing. She brings all of that to the performance, and it really is, again, an outstanding performance by her. Remember this, Academy voters, in a year from now. Don't forget, don't leave her out. But even Dylan O'Brien was also excellent in this movie. He's such a sleaze bag. He's really annoying, whiny, but the movie does explore some of his past, and you do learn that he wasn't always this way, and the movie also makes you interested in seeing what his end game is. And because these two characters are so complex and interesting, again, it just makes the story and the motives of the characters even more interesting, and you're just grappling with what's gonna happen next. As you never know who to root for, and the movie is always able to keep you on your toes. As for the Sam Raimi fans, well, again, I'm not too familiar with his movies. I do know how his style, his signature filming techniques, and there's a lot of that here. So a lot of Raimi fans, get ready for a lot of Raimi-isms in this movie. It's also very, very funny, a dark comedy to every degree. It's so wicked and mean, but not mean-spirited or unlikable. It can be really, really funny at times due to the character interactions between the two leads. to even how it plays with the gore and the gross out humor. It can get so excessive, but not to the point where it's unwatchable or like too gross or violent, but it definitely goes over the extent with the violence and the gross out humor a bit, to where it's so ridiculous that you just can't help but laugh at the insanity. It's like, what is going on here? If I have one negative with the film, it's that there is a portion of the movie where I do think it sags a bit. I understand why this portion is there. It's there to subvert with your expectations on how you think the movie's going to play out, and I get that. But I still found this to be the weakest part of the movie. Not the worst, it wasn't insufferable or anything, but it's the part of the movie where I felt it slowed down a bit and was hoping it would pick itself back up eventually and get back to really keeping me on my toes. It did eventually, but it's a little bit of a sag during this portion of the movie where I was kind of losing a bit of the interest. But aside from that, I loved this movie. This went way past my expectations. Again, as someone who had very little interest in seeing this movie prior, color me surprised. This is already a contender for one of my favorite films of the year. The story is strong. I love the characters and the performances. The movie is always able to keep you guessing, keep you on your toes, and it's got those Raimi-isms that Raimi fans love, and it's very, very funny. I definitely recommend checking this out, even if you weren't as interested in this movie like I was. I think you'll be in for a really wonderful, pleasant surprise here. This really, again, shocked me at how good it was and how much I loved it. And those were my thoughts on Send Help. What did you all think of it? If you've seen it, did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment down below and let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like this channel, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on all those social media links at the end of the video. And until next time, everyone, stay sharp.